Hey everyone, before we get started in today's video, I came across this picture not too long ago and I thought it'd be nice and something funny to share with you all. How do most people afford their supercars? And according to this Corvette owner and his Ferrari owner, they have 0 kids and they have no wife. Now, obviously, this doesn't apply to everyone because I have met plenty of Corvette owners and sports car owners who owns sports cars and have kids and have wives. But I came across this, I thought was funny. I know some of you're more than welcome to share your thoughts on how you afford your supercar down below in the description. I have had people ask me all the time, how do I afford my Corvette? And I made a video about that in the past. Leave your comments down below about how you afford your supercar. Also, I received some emails and some text messages and some comments down below in the description saying thank you for reaching out and letting us know about Corvette and Carlisle. A lot of people have already gotten a hotel. This is one photo that I have saved from Corvette and Carlisle. I have plenty more, but this one was the fastest one I was able to get to of the parade at Corvette and Carlisle. I will say this parade was one of the best things I've been a part of. You can see here lots of people out and about. Lots of people love looking at Corvettes, and I will admit that at Corvette Carlisle event was one of the best things I ever attended. So if you have not got your hotel yet for Corvette and Carlisle, you may want to book that fast because that event is literally booking out. Some people can't even find hotels right now. And it is one of the best events to be a part of, whether you own a Corvette or whether you don't own one. You definitely want to come out there. I'll plan to be out there with some other YouTuber friends of mine, and we're going to have a great time. So I look forward to seeing you all in all of your Corvettes. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to CGarnerSpeed252. I hope y'all are having an amazing Friday. I want to thank you for pushing that play button. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Please push that red subscribe button so you can definitely become part of the community. And what a great day to talk about the C7 Corvette. So I had some followers reach out to me and said, thank you for making a video about buying a used Corvette and why you should buy a used Corvette over a new Corvette. But they also stated they would like me to make a video about buying a new Corvette because prices have kind of gone down on a new C7 Corvette. So there's so many out there and there's so many users out there that you can find. So GM actually offered some incentives and actually dropped the prices down on some of these C7 Corvettes. So I'm going to make a video on why it is a great time to actually buy a new Corvette as well. Before I get further into the video, I want to talk about a follower of the channel. His name is Steve. Steve is someone that I exchanged emails with time and time again. Super nice guy. He used to own a Corvette Z06. Actually, the Corvette Z06 he had bought was one of the Corvette Z06s I was looking at that cost $120,000. And he ended up getting this Corvette Z06 because it drove exceptionally well, and like he said, you get a good bang for your buck. He was in the market for a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a Porsche, a McLaren, but decided to get a Z06 because he felt like the horsepower and everything was there on top of the price point as well. Some of you have shared your stories about how you bought your Corvette in the comments down below, and some of you shared them through email through me as well. And Steve provided some great advice on buying a used and a brand new Chevrolet Corvette. With that being said, Steve was actually originally in the market for a Corvette 01 2019 when he was in line for allocation and all the allocation was taken up. So what happens, Steve actually ended up finding an allocation for that 01 that he wanted, and he custom built it to his likings and needs, and he's going to pick that up pretty soon from the Corvette Museum. So that Corvette 06 he actually bought is now back at the dealership, but has now also been sold to someone else. So that person got a great deal on a used Corvette 06, but now Steve is actually getting his dream car, which is the Corvette 01 that he always wanted to begin with. Now, Steve probably will end up getting a Lamborghini or McLaren, but he does have an amazing Corvette 01 on the way. I will say this is the best time to buy a C7 Chevrolet Corvette brand new for a number of reasons, but for the first reason I'm going to give you is look at the top right of my screen. It says Chevrolet is now offering 0% financing for 72 months on all 2018 Chevrolet Corvette models. So they're definitely trying to get some of this inventory off the lot, especially 2018 models. This is now 2019, and some of the dealerships can even still sell their 2018 Corvettes as well. So most of this information about the read off came from the Corvette blogger forum pretty much, or website. And I like this guy. He gives and provides excellent Corvette content, so definitely check that out. But what he said was, last month, our report on the excessive inventory of new Corvettes was featured in the automotive news blogs around the world. After selling just 800 new Corvettes back in January, perhaps General Motors has finally heard from its dealers that it's going to take some cash on the hood to get the Corvette sales moving again, because there is finally a new incentive that should help this. It says you can get 0% APR financing for 72 months on all remaining 2018 Corvette models like the Stingray, the Grand Sport, and the Z06. This does not apply to the Corvette Z01, which I'm assuming we all would know that because the Corvette Z01 is one of the top high-end of the C7 Corvettes, and they're not trying to give you any money off that car because it technically says if you can afford that car, you don't really need any discounts, is what it boils down to. I will also go on and say that based off my research and based off this article as well, there wasn't as many 2018 models that were made during 2018 compared to as many as was made in 2019. They go on to say we don't have any hard numbers on inventory totals by year, but just for illustration, a search of new 2019 Corvettes at cars.com shows 5,400 matches, while the number of new 2018 Corvettes is only 353. So once again, there aren't that many 2018 Corvettes out there, but there's lots out there for someone to purchase if they want to buy a brand new car. Now, I will go ahead and throw this out there. If you're trying to decide between a 2018 model and a 2019 model, I honestly don't think there's too much of a difference between the two models. There may be one or two tweaks or something like that regarding maybe the interior, but outside of that, regarding the 2018s, the 2019s, and even the 2017, there aren't much difference between the models. Now, there are difference between the 2014s, the 2015s, and the 2016s, but when it came down to 2017, 2018, and 2019, if this makes any sense, that they're pretty much are all the same. At the end of the day, the body style looks the same. If you're driving past another Corvette on the side of the road, regarding what year it is, they're all going to look the same. The only car that really looks different, once again, is the Stingray because the body is not as wide as the Grand Sport and the Z06. But they're all a phenomenal looking car. So once again, if you're looking for a brand new Chevrolet Corvette and you're trying to decide between the 2018 and the 2019 brand new, there really aren't that much difference. Thank you for everyone that has subscribed to the channel. Once again, still, it's a great time for someone to buy a new Chevrolet Corvette who definitely wants to get into a new Corvette right now. And with this being a buyer's market, you should be able to find a 2018 Corvette that's been marked down by thousands off the MSRP. Anyways, lots of great dealers have these awesome Corvettes on their lots right now. So y'all remember Steve, the follower of the channel that I mentioned earlier, who bought a Corvette Z06 but decided to get rid of that for the Corvette Z01. So he gave me some information he wanted me to provide to you all for buying a new or used Chevrolet Corvette. The first thing he said was, do your homework before getting involved with purchasing either a new or used Corvette. The more you study up on the model or models that you are considering, the better. Pay attention to all the announcements or rebates that GM is offering, especially now with the 0% financing on the 2018 C7 Corvettes. He also goes on to say, when you do your research, when you do your homework on the prices, this allows you to find a great deal without losing a car you actually want. I actually agree on everything Steve said about doing your homework, doing your research on trying to find everything you can about the model that you're looking for, whether it's a Stingray, Grand Sport, Z06, or even a ZR1, which once again, the ZR1 won't have any discounts on them, not right now at least, maybe down the road, maybe not ever. But at the end of the day, do your research on any Corvette you're planning to buy, because that will help you determine your decision in the long run when you want to purchase this car. Let me give you an example of what I mean by do your research. When this car came out in 2014, I literally went to the dealership just to take a look at it, not the purchase, I wanted to take a look at it. I realized it was $55,000 when they first came out, way overpriced for what I was able to afford. So I waited 2 years later, which in 2017, I was solely wanting a Corvette Z06, and decided on the Grand Sport because I got an awesome deal for it, but I also did my research on both cars before buying it and got my dream car. Steve also mentioned that when you're shopping around for your dream car, the Corvette, Chevrolet Corvette, or any sports car in general, make sure you also shop around insurance companies, because different insurance companies will have different rates depending on how whatever driver you are, whether you took some classes for the performance vehicles or not. And two other things I want to mention before we end this video is that make sure you actually know that when you buy a new Corvette, you can get a discount to Ron Fellas as well. And my other question is, what are your thoughts on buying a new Corvette, and what are your advice on also purchasing a new Corvette as well? Thank you for stopping by and pushing that subscribe button.